Paterson. Wonderful cheeky run from Paterson.
It's a good finish for Brendan, watch this. I genuinely think that Toulouse at that time, as they are now, were a superpower. They were the number one, they were the kind of the star players and the star names. But we had a good side, and we had a really good blend between kind of young players that were pretty exciting and the experience. You see Brendan scored that, Todd Blacker was involved, Simon Taylor was involved. You know, you've got this hits the post, which I've always kicked myself about as well, because if it had gone over, it would have stopped Toulouse getting a bonus point, and I think we maybe wouldn't have played Toulouse in the quarter-final if they'd failed to get that bonus point. But we actually played a really kind of open brand of rugby that wasn't the norm then. Like, the norm was still a bit more pick and go and grunt, but we did, and it was that big fella there, Toddy. He instigated a lot of that. Was Frank, the coach, and that was it. That was your backroom staff. That was it. You know, a couple of coaches, a physio, and medic, and it was like the squad was much smaller. I don't know officially how many we'd have, but I would have hazarded a guess it'd be 25, 26 man squad. So to get an identity was sometimes easier because there was fewer of you. It meant you obviously didn't have as much depth, but the quality team, quality balance between, you know, experience and exciting talent. His influence brought a kind of more expansive edge to how we were trying to play. Canterbury Crusaders were famed for it, and he brought it. But above all that, he just led by example. Like, honestly, he'd come off the back of the scrum, make a tackle, be at the bottom of the ruck, but then somehow tackle the next guy. Like, how did he do that? You know, he was just an unbelievable man. It was a tough nut as well, obviously. Big Toddy, just brave as they come, brilliant example of setting how he played and how he acted. And he was probably the main catalyst for that team, because you said before, we had international experience, we had, you know, a lot of good young talent, but he just brought a hard edge and a belief, and we followed him. I was almost finished at this point. Tom Brown was playing, quite rightly so. I think I was fit but wasn't selected, but I was entrusted to run water and the messages for Michael Bradley and the coaching staff, and it was a brilliant day. What was it 37,000 or 35,000 people there? There's a lot of faces there that, you know, are still playing and still involved, and that was just another incredible run. I mean, the Racing Metro game, both games in that season, and then even the last round was against London Irish, and the permutations, you know how he says, as it stands, as you watch the TV, as the game runs out.
Jonesy had to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it was changing every 10 seconds, but you knew that was you knew the Toulouse game was coming, and just stepped up and delivered again. Toulouse certainly didn't play well, but they weren't allowed to play well. The true barometer of a team's success or evaluation is the league, because it's week on week on week. But when you've got so many quality players in the team, you can win any game. And I think it just meant we probably weren't as consistent as we'd want to be, but there's still quality players in there, and with the right attitude at the right time, you can beat anyone, and that still remains the same now. I genuinely believe it, and that's why Edinburgh this season have been far more consistent than we were then. Obviously Munster come and they have a European pedigree, but there's nothing to fear from Edinburgh's point of view, because with the quality they have and the management they're under, they can go even better than that, hopefully. But yeah, your home fans, however many thousand turn up, and the ability you have and the detail that goes into the preparation, now Edinburgh can go in with a lot of confidence.